our main news, once again, the burial today of the murdered PSNI Constable Ronan Kerr. Our Northern editor, Tommy Gorman, has been speaking to the Taoiseach who attended the funeral mass in Tyrone this morning. He began by asking him what were his thoughts as he attended today's service.
It was a day of sadness, a day of pride and a day of powerful symbolism. I might say the first thing that struck me, the church was adorned in fresh daffodils. And I was reminded of Wordsworth's lines, "We weep to see you haste away so soon." Ronan Kerr's life was taken away in full bloom at the start of his career. But the symbolism and the power of Ireland actually uniting today against violence was here in the church in Beara.
There today you had members of the PSNI handing over the coffin to leading members of the GAA. What was that saying?
I think that sends out the most powerful message. The symbolism of the Gaelic Athletic Association handing over the remains of Ronan Kerr to the PSNI to carry the coffin into the courtyard of the church to hand it over to the family. And when you think that the president of the GAA, the president of the Ulster Council, Mickey Hart, of international repute and a wonderful man, together with All-Ireland winner Brian Dooher, and we're under that coffin, speaks for itself. And the power of that has only been matched by the courage of Nuala Kerr herself and her family in standing up, in speaking out, and in having the courage to do that at a time of great grieving and personal loss for themselves.
The dissidents, if anything, would seem to be growing in strength, and they're not represented politically, so they don't seem to have any forum where their view can be actually challenged and where they themselves can be persuaded to move to a different tack.
In my time in politics, I have never seen Ireland as united as it was today on the burial of Ronan Kerr, and that sends out a very powerful message to all communities. And people out there listening to this programme and to other programmes who know what happened here and who have information about what happened should without hesitation give that to the Gardaí and the PSNI. This may not reach every so-called dissident Republican, but the message has to be about life and about the future. Ronan Kerr's life, I hope, has not been in vain.
Finally, Taoiseach, you saw a police force today attempting to deal with changing times and challenging times. In the past 48 hours, south of the border, you've had issues which would suggest that there are problems within the Garda Síochána. What's going on in your own constituency in Mayo? What happened in Belmullet, and how concerned are you about it?
I'm concerned. Obviously, these remarks that have been attributed to Gardaí, or alleged to be made by Gardaí, are completely and utterly inappropriate. Now, I know this is being investigated both by the Gardaí themselves and by the Garda Ombudsman. Contrast that with the remarks about the quality of Garda involvement in the attempted tiger kidnapping in the Dublin area in the last 2 days. The vast majority of those who serve their country and the public in the Garda Síochána do the job as they are expected to do. I'll wait and see the result of the investigation both by the Gardaí and by the Ombudsman. But I have to say that these remarks, if they're true, are completely inappropriate for for any member of the Garda to make about anybody. And obviously, I don't agree with them in any way. So I hope that investigation
will they have consequences?
Place. I'm quite sure they will, Tommy, in the conclusion of the investigation by the Gardaí and by the Ombudsman, and that's an independent investigation. I know it's taken place without instruction because of the importance attached to it, and I hope that it's concluded quickly and effectively.